My name's Eric. I'm a full-time digital nomad living out of this Subaru Forester for the past 10 months as I'm traveling around the country. And today I'm escaping normal life in the middle of nowhere.
Regular days would turn into never-ending weekends, ordinary way. No, digging when it comes low.
Joshua Tree National Park, I've said it before, it's not my favorite park, but this area really is. There's just so much to really see here. The park is just honestly, it's just one of the things. There's just so much weird desert art like this. And honestly, I haven't even scratched the surface with this video to show you all the things I've seen in the past in this area. Well, hello. So I am leaving Palm Springs today. I've been down here for a few days now, but I am headed back into the Joshua Tree area. I'm gonna meet up with my friend Ray. We're gonna go explore some weird desert art out in the Joshua Tree area. Kind of a cool thing about Joshua Tree is it kind of brings in a very art-centric kind of environment and community. Just all throughout the desert up there is just a bunch of random desert art that you can go explore and check out. So we're gonna do that today. In 2 days from now, I've got to get up to Las Vegas. I've got to pick up my friend Sarah. She's flying in from Florida, and we're going to spend 2 days in Zion, 2 days in Bryce Canyon, 2 days in the Grand Canyon, and then we're going to swing back around and spend 2 days in Las Vegas. But that is just 2 days from now. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of sightseeing before I got up there. So from the Joshua Tree area, when you're driving north, you go through the Mojave Wildlife Preserve. And while there looks like there's nothing out there at all, it kind of looks like it's the middle of nowhere, there are some pretty cool nature things you can see and then some weird roadside attractions. When you go through the Mojave Wildlife Preserve, there are some lava tubes you can walk around apparently. There is a crater you can walk around. There is the world's largest thermometer you can see. That's actually like in Baker or something like that. So I'm gonna check it out. Even though it's the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna kind of get off the grid a little bit. Being in the city like Palm Springs for a while, it's just going to be nice to kind of get out into some really remote BLM camping spots and everything. Right now, I'm driving up to Joshua Tree area. We're going to check out some desert art. All right, so this morning we came out to the Purifoy Art Museum. It's this super eclectic thing out in the middle of the desert. It's literally just made out of garbage. You're about to see so many toilets made into art installations. But yeah, I came out here with my friend Ray from Ray Hill Studios. He helped me out with my trailer, if you remember the trailer days. This is the guy. He built out the back end of the trailer and fixed the axle on it. So yeah, I'll put a link down in the description to his contact information because he can basically do anything you need. He's done so much stuff with vans, trailers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, cabinetry. What else have you done? What else could you?
Metal fencing.
Metal fencing. Yeah. He's done campers. He's actually built a really great camper for his truck. So yeah, so I'll put a contact link down there in the description for him to get in touch with him because he can basically build anything you need. But we're about to walk around this very weird place. And I'm about to show you everything out here in the middle of the desert. Only some of the toilets. There's more. Bowling balls. More bowling balls. Yes, more bowling balls. All right, you can actually go in this room. All the old computers. Some inspiration for some Tool albums right there. A lot more bowling balls than I remember last time I was here. I remember a lot more toilets, and suddenly I'm seeing a lot more bowling balls. Oh man. It's kind of like walking through a haunted house. All the old vacuums. Weird stuff. So this is all like a local artist owns the land and then brings other artists out here to build. This is all
her work.
This is all her work, okay. All right, check this out. This is a sleeping pod. Literally just a bed. Oh my goodness. Up here on this hill. Oh, there's more of them. There's one over there and there's one over there.
Yeah, there's like a total.
Oh my God, there's more, yeah. And so she used to Airbnb these?
No, these are for artists.
Oh, to
Artist
stay.
residence.
Okay, stay at, okay. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch, yeah. Oh wow.
This is MTV
Oh.
Cribs.
Yeah, right. Welcome to my crib.
Yeah, right over here you got the living area.
Oh man.
Got the bed over here.
Yeah, it's got a little stove and everything.
Yeah, it's
Not a stove, but a heater. More of the sleeping pods for some of the artists over here. Just wild. So Ray says you can rent these out, and he also calls them yellow piles of shit. This one looks like it's got a face on camera. 2 eyes, the mouth.
I guess this is the main house.
Yeah, this is impressive.
I guess that's how you get into your cave. We got a pool. We do.
Oh, they have another little, yeah, get up in there. It feels so good in there.
Oh wow.
It's very cool.
It's literally just a room with a bed.
It feels like it has
It's got a
air
little
conditioner
closet.
in there.
It's got a
right?
dog bed. Just a big mirror up here in the rocks. Oh, is it aluminum?
I bet it is.
It looks like it. Doesn't. It's definitely not a mirror. And it sits way up here.
Very tricky.
This is the coolest one. Look at this thing. This is like legit art.
Transmission. Right.
Mike pointed out the French tips. It's got some detail to this thing. And look at the face. It's got loads of mosaics in it. It's really hard to see from this far back. You can't get any closer. There's some pinks and oranges.
They even got the cuticles on the nails. Which is
Right.
pretty cool. Yeah. And then the palms have
Yeah.
lines.
So one time you could walk up to this, huh?
Well, if you rented
never-
out the house.
Oh, gotcha.
From Mojave Moon Ranch. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bridal train to be taken.
All right, well, I left the Joshua Tree area. That is where Ray and Mike both live. And it was really great to go out there and see some art and things. But now I've driven a little bit north to a place called Amboy. It's a very, very small town. We're talking basically a gas station and a crater. This is the Amboy crater. It's an actual dormant volcano. And there's actually a little trail you can get out to there. So I'm gonna get out there a little bit. I'm a little pressed for time because it's coming into the evening time and I still have to find a place to sleep tonight. And I don't see any signs that say you can't get a drone up in the sky here. So I'm thinking about getting the drone up in the air and seeing the volcano from the sky. So the hike out to the volcano is just 1.1 miles out and then back. So not very long at all. And it's a very well-marked trail getting here. So very doable, I would say, for really probably anybody. And I think I read that the volcano is 250 feet high and 1,500 feet in diameter. The other cool thing about the Amboy crater and this whole area is that it is on the historic Route 66. So later tonight, I'm going to be stopping by a very, very famous landmark on Route 66. So you can absolutely hike to the top of this thing and do like a rim walk around the top. Like I said, I am a little pressed for time. I have to get to a campsite up here in this small town of Amboy, and I need to cook dinner, but I'm also trying to get to a very famous landmark on Route 66. That's a sign that when lit up at night should make for some really great photography, but I'm trying to get there by sunset. If I had a little more time, I'd hike up to the top of this thing. We're on the famous Route 66. All right, well, I'm standing in front of the very famous Roy's Motel and Cafe sign. I do not know why this is a famous landmark in California, but it is. In fact, it's so famous that I recently saw a commercial that was just advertising tourism in California, and they had a whole shot about Roy's Cafe sign here. So the town of Amboy is incredibly small, and that's where this is. It's in Amboy, California, but this is the motel here. And I don't think it's a working motel, but you can see inside, and they've kind of made it kind of a replica of what it looked like in the 1950s. All right, this is the motel here. And let's peek inside. This is 1950s motel. The old TV, there's a whole cash register up there. Look at all the keys back there for all the rooms. I'm gonna guess that is Roy. So you can actually go in the motel rooms. They're all vacant. So let's go check one out. Yep, looks like a motel room from the 50s. The fact that this place is empty, the motel is not even a working motel, really makes me question, why is this such a famous landmark here? The town's super small. The motel is not even something you can stay in. All the windows are like busted out in there. But there's a gas station here. Whew, $6 a gallon. Check it out. Behind here, I guess this is also parts of the motel, but there's like a little private plane back there. There's all sorts of stuff back here. There's an old 50s car, Chevy. Well, good morning. So the nice thing about being in the middle of nowhere is that you have a lot of sleeping options, like this. I think this is an abandoned runway. It's literally just maybe a half a mile or so from Roy's Cafe and Motel, which is down there. And when you're at the motel and cafe, there is a sign that says Roy's Airport. And on a map, it shows that this looks like an airport, or a runway rather. So I assume that I slept last night on an abandoned runway. It was super, super, super quiet out here. Route 66 is right over there, and I'm so far in that you can't hear any traffic. There is a train that runs by pretty frequently, so you could hear that a little bit. But other than that, it's just absolutely gorgeous over here. Over here, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that's the volcano that I walked out to. That's the Amboy crater. And then look at all these mountains and stuff around me. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. Might be in the middle of nowhere, but there is a lot of beauty around it. So last night I got a little curious about the town of Amboy, and I looked it up, and it says population 0. There are 3 buildings there. There's the abandoned motel. There is the post office, which I assume is staffed during the week. And there is a cafe / gas station, kind of convenience store little thing. They just sell snacks, ice cream, souvenirs, stuff like that. Since it is on Route 66, they have a lot of Route 66 souvenirs and stuff. But I think you can get like a sandwich or something there that they'll make there at the cafe as well. What I might do is put the drone up in the air and get an aerial shot just to show you how small it really is. Probably will look a little bit bigger than what it really is because there's so many abandoned buildings in the area from the motel days. Okay, so today I am headed into the Mojave Preserve, and there are a couple things in that area I want to check out. There's some dunes. There are some lava tubes you can walk through. That's pretty neat. There's also some roadside attractions that I wanted to go to. So that is where I'm headed. First stop this morning is at a place called Kelsey Dunes. It's inside the Mojave National Preserve, and it looks like this. So you can take a trail out to it, and yeah, let's just go explore, huh? Oh, is this kind of brutal. It is just soft sand almost the entire way out there, and there's, of course, the dunes, so you go up a little bit. I think I'm gonna make it up to this next little hill and then question my life's decisions. Oh man, this kind of sucks. Oh, Lieutenant Dan, I'm going to feel it in the buttocks tomorrow. Just uphill the entire time almost. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop here because it goes up there. I know the camera's kind of hard to see it really well. Still gorgeous from out here. At least it's not brutally hot. It's like mid 70s, but if you come out here on a really hot day in the middle of summer, like July, August, no, that wouldn't be fun. But it's gorgeous here. Check this out. All right, I think I'm gonna start heading out of here. I still have to head to the lava tubes, and then there's a roadside attraction I wanna check out, and then I gotta make my way just outside of Vegas. Tomorrow, I pick up my friend from the airport. All right, that is the volcano I'm going to, presumably, to see these lava tubes. And this is the incredibly bumpy washboard road that I have to take to get there. Oh my God, did the road getting here suck. It was so washboardy. I had to go so slow because these things on the side of the car, the tank and the water tanks on the side of the other side of the car were just moving around so much. So I think on the way back, I might actually take these off on both sides, put them up in the roof box, and then I can go a little quicker down the road because it literally took me 30 minutes to get down a 5-mile stretch of road. Yeah, let's go check it out. The other thing is there is a ton of volcanoes around here. It's not just the one I passed by earlier. I didn't know that. There's just a bunch over here. Look at this. I think you're gonna be able to climb down in there. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. There's actually stairs to go down there. And yeah, that's, we are gonna go back. That's where that little hole was I just saw. So we're gonna actually climb down here. Oh, check this out. There's a couple of these back here. Check this out. It's so cool the way the sunlight just comes right in. Wow, from on camera, it looks like that thing's solid, but it's just all light. It's like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. You can actually see all the particles in it. Ooh. Definitely worth a little bumpy road coming out here. All right, I'm in the town of Baker, California. It's literally just on the boundaries of the Mojave National Preserve, and I'm here to see the world's largest thermometer. I found this on Atlas Obscura, and I love these oddball roadside attractions. Let's check it out. And right there you can see the temperatures going up, and yes, it really is 91 degrees outside. So there's a gift shop here, so I'm sure they're gonna be able to tell us how tall this thing is. So this is funny because this is the gateway to Death Valley. 134 degrees is the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth, and that was in Death Valley. Little fun fact for you. All right, well, the guy working inside the gift shop was actually a big wealth of information. He actually knew a lot about the area. Obviously, he lives here. But he actually said the thermometer is the second one they built because the first one fell. High winds and earthquakes. They thought they had built that into the plans when they built the first one, but apparently not. So the first one fell. And so they had to rebuild it. And it's been standing, I think, since 2014 or something like that. There's a spaceship hotel over there, he said they're building, because you can see it, there's a spaceship. And I was like, what's with the spaceship? He's like, oh, well, they're building a hotel. And I noticed a couple other like alien themed things around here. And it's a desert. You see a lot of crazy lights in the desert at times. I've seen a couple myself. Yeah, there's always these kind of alien themed things in these little small towns out in the desert like this. So And of course, the thermometer is 134 feet tall. Again, playing on that 134 degree temperature recorded in Death Valley. So this is what the guy at the thermometer place said is going to be a hotel eventually. It's all right behind Alien Fresh Jerky. Well, the desert never lets you down. This is 7 Magic Mountains, and I actually saw this online a couple days ago when I was looking up things to do in the area. And funny enough, I actually saw it from my campsite because I'm looking to stay on some BLM land just right over there, and I could see it off in the distance. And it was only 3 minutes away, so I decided to just come out here now versus trying to see it in the morning and then get to Vegas to pick up my friend. Basically, it's a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other, painted different colors. It's supposed to symbolize things like balance and harmony or something like that. It's what the sign said. And I think they said the columns were about 30 to 35 feet tall each. I'm glad I saw it, but I'm actually just really, really beat and tired. I'm ready to get to my campsite and eat and pass out, to be honest with you. But it is still neat to see. Just to give you an idea of how large these things are, I'm all the way back in the parking lot, and these things really stand out here. All right, well, this is what I'm calling home tonight. It's just some BLM about 30 minutes outside of Las Vegas. There's actually a couple other campers over my shoulder back here. Seems like it'll be nice and quiet. You can't hear the traffic from the highway, not too far away, but like I said, it's pretty close to the Vegas, so I got to pick up my friend tomorrow morning at 11:30. For the next week, we're going to be going to Zion, Bryce, Grand Canyon, and also spending a few days in Las Vegas. So this next week is going to be very, very busy, but lots and lots of things to show you, jam-packed places. A couple of them I've been lucky enough to go to a couple times now. I've been to Las Vegas like 5 times now. I've been to Zion and Grand Canyon several times. I've actually only been to Bryce Canyon once, and that was about 5 years ago, so I'm excited to go back there. But I have absolutely loved my time out here in the middle of nowhere. The desert really is my happy place. It's just so easy to find a place to sleep. There's an abundance of weird things to see, like a desert art and painted rocks and lava tubes, and it's just got a lot of that kind of stuff out here, and it's just so quiet. It's always so quiet, and you just really can't put a price on that. Until next time, thank you for escaping normal life with me.